the best blessing I ever get from the sprinkle of the Nile. And thank you, Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's what you feel in the gentle caress of tropical wind from the mountaintops. And the glow in your heart from a warm neighborly invite. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Welcome to the Pearl of Africa, where adventure meets opportunity. This is Uganda, a destination whose natural wonders, cultural richness, and growing modern infrastructure serve as a bedrock for extraordinary economic opportunities. With a proud history of hosting global meetings, incentives, conferences, and events, Uganda offers everything you need for a successful gathering. Explore vast conference centers, intimate and eco-conscious meeting venues, perfectly tailored for collaboration. Delegates to Uganda enjoy more than just business. They are treated to moments of pure indulgence with luxurious accommodations, refined dining that fuses global cuisine with local flavor, and world-class wellness retreats. Adventure awaits among Uganda's majestic wildlife. Picture yourself face to face with the magnificent mountain gorillas, or journey through iconic national parks where lions lounge in acacia trees. Recharge with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee or the refreshing breeze rolling across lush tea plantations. Here, culture is not just observed, it is lived and shared. For those driven by innovation, Uganda offers fast-growing industries, paving the way for sustainable development. Unwind on award-winning golf courses. Pamper yourself in serene spas. Make an impact while safeguarding this beautiful destination. Meet, connect, explore in Uganda, your premium MICE destination.
أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع علينا احنا جينا أفريقيا لايف ستاندرد سالم أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي ومرحبا بكم هنا هاد الكاس غادي يحلى sands and mountain skies. Drums up on the spirit rise. The crowd is fire, hearts go light. At last whispers days of sings. Victory rise on eagle wings. The roar of hope, the joy it brings. Vous faites de mal, il courra d'abord la victoire. Africa toujours fort. Vous faites de mal, il courra d'abord la victoire. Africa toujours fort. Africa ليه فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع لينا. احنا جينا. أفريقيا ليه لو فيستا ما تسالي والعالم يشهد بينا. ويلا بينا. أفريقيا ليه قولي لو فيستا ما تسالي. أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي. أفريقيا ليه قولي لو فيستا ما تسالي. أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي. يشاغوني واي يشاغوني واي أري ويريش يا يوتيوموا. يشاغوني واي يشاغوني. Dana ya mo, 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 dana ya mo.
This is the most and the best blessing I ever get from the spiritual of the Nile. And thank you, Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's what you feel in the gentle caress of tropical wind from the mountaintops. And the glow in your heart from a warm neighborly invite. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Welcome to the Pearl of Africa, where adventure meets opportunity. This is Uganda, a destination whose natural wonders, cultural richness, and growing modern infrastructure serve as a bedrock for extraordinary economic opportunities. With a proud history of hosting global meetings, incentives, conferences, and events, Uganda offers everything you need for a successful gathering. Explore vast conference centers, intimate and eco-conscious meeting venues, perfectly tailored for collaboration. Delegates to Uganda enjoy more than just business. They are treated to moments of pure indulgence with luxurious accommodations, refined dining that fuses global cuisine with local flavor, and world-class wellness retreats. Adventure awaits among Uganda's majestic wildlife. Picture yourself face to face with the magnificent mountain gorillas, or journey through iconic national parks where lions lounge in acacia trees. Recharge with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee or the refreshing breeze rolling across lush tea plantations. Here, culture is not just observed, it is lived and shared. For those driven by innovation, Uganda offers fast-growing industries, paving the way for sustainable development. Unwind on award-winning golf courses, pamper yourself in serene spas. Make an impact while safeguarding this beautiful destination. Meet, connect, explore in Uganda, your premium MICE destination.
أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع لينا احنا جينا أفريقيا لا تستنى تسالي أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي ومرحبا بكم هنا هاد الكاس غادي يحلى يا محلاها جاية بيريديك في ديار رفوع يا المغربية تعلي بيكو بيا وفي هاد النهار الكرة غادا دور لا فيكتوار أفريقيا توجور فورت وفي هاد النهار الكرة غادا دور لا فيكتوار أفريقيا توجور فورت أفريقيا ليه فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع لينا احنا جينا أفريقيا ليه لا فيستا ما تسالي والعالم يشهد بينا يلا بينا أفريقيا ليه قولي لا فيستا ما تسالي أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي أفريقيا ليه قولي لا فيستا ما تسالي أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي Golden sands and mountain skies, drums that pound and spirit rise. The crowd is fire, hearts go light. At last whispers desert sings. Victory rise on eagle wings. The roar of hope, the joy it brings. وفي هذا النهار الكرة غادا دور لا فيكتوار أفريقيا توجور فورت وفي هذا النهار الكرة غادا دور لا فيكتوار أفريقيا توجور فورت أفريقيا ليه فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع لينا احنا جينا أفريقيا ليه لا فيستا ما تسالي والعالم يشهد بينا يلا بينا أفريقيا ليه قولي لا فيستا ما تسالي أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي أفريقيا ليه قولي لا فيستا ما تسالي أفريقيا ليه قولي فيها الحلم ديالي يشغوني واي يشغوني واي هاري ويريش يا تيموا
Welcome to the Pearl of Africa, where adventure meets opportunity. This is Uganda, a destination whose natural wonders, cultural richness, and growing modern infrastructure serve as a bedrock for extraordinary economic opportunities. With a proud history of hosting global meetings, incentives, conferences, and events, Uganda offers everything you need for a successful gathering. Explore vast conference centers, intimate and eco-conscious meeting venues, perfectly tailored for collaboration. Delegates to Uganda enjoy more than just business. They are treated to moments of pure indulgence with luxurious accommodations, refined dining that fuses global cuisine with local flavor, and world-class wellness retreats. Adventure awaits among Uganda's majestic wildlife. Picture yourself face to face with the magnificent mountain gorillas, or journey through iconic national parks where lions lounge in acacia trees. Recharge with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee or the refreshing breeze rolling across lush tea plantations. Here, culture is not just observed, it is lived and shared. For those driven by innovation, Uganda offers fast-growing industries, paving the way for sustainable development. Unwind on award-winning golf courses. Pamper yourself in serene spas. Make an impact while safeguarding this beautiful destination. Meet, connect, explore in Uganda, your premium MICE destination.
أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي والعالم يسمع لينا احنا جينا أفريقيا لا تستنى تسالي أفريقيا فيها الحلم ديالي ومرحبا بكم هنا هاد الكاس غادي يحلى يا محلاها جاية بيديك في ايديا رفعوا يا المغربية.
Who has brought? I got you. Yeah, I got you. I know. Some of you, I want to see whether we actually got our cards and we are right. Who has their invitation card? Now, is everyone a fluker here? You know, you have the digital version? Yes, yes, you're right. I wanted people to know I'm not coming up with the dress code. They said?
Ceremonial.
See? So they said the invitation card was very clear. It said ceremonial. Or is it celebratory? PS, thank you. Our boss, celebratory. Ceremonial and celebratory are the same. They're similar. Okay. Let us see. I think we have celebratory. Celebratory looks like this. This is celebratory. You look lovely. You look extremely lovely. Please stand. I want people to see what celebratory looks like. Please stand. I want them to see. This is what celebratory looks like. Can we give her a big round of applause? Thank you. Thank you for looking at the card. Looking at the card. And the reason I said this, when I had celebratory, I checked, I asked, what is celebratory? Then my friend Yan, please come. Yan. This is what they call celebratory for the men. Can we appreciate the ambassador, ladies and gentlemen? You look lovely with an African touch.
I hope you notice my wildlife napkin here. Yeah?
You look lovely. Clearly one of, if not the best dressed male this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Our Excellency, the EU Ambassador. I wanted to also share somebody, a dear friend of mine, Louis. Please come, Louis. We said celebratory. This is what they call celebratory. You must have a touch of African in there. Louis, you look lovely. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. Ignite your wanderlust, right? We want to welcome you to the Powate 2026 Awards and Closing Ceremony. Tonight is a celebration of the industry here in Uganda, the tourism industry, but also in a very special way tonight, thanks to our partners, the European Union, Enable, UNCDF, UNDP. Tonight we launch our Sustainable Value Chain Initiative, and this is exciting for the industry, and I can't wait later this evening to understand what this is really all about. So we want to welcome you on behalf of the Uganda Tourism Board, UTB, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Authority, and on behalf of our partners, the European Union and Enable. Welcome to this, our closing ceremony, but also our award ceremony for Powate 2026. Can I request that for the very first time we appreciate UTB for a fantastic and successful Powate 2026. Can we appreciate Uganda Tourism Board, ladies and gentlemen? It was oversubscribed, over 1,500 delegates, 120 hosted buyers. Ladies and gentlemen, we had over 350 exhibitors, a record this year. Let's appreciate Uganda Tourism Board, ladies and gentlemen. So on behalf of UTB, we want to welcome all of you. You all look extremely lovely. I can tell those of you who have come straight from your exhibition stall to the dinner, we can see you. You still look like an exhibitor. So if you're near somebody who looks like an exhibitor, please be kind. Do not ask them if they read their invitation card. Just be kind. There was very little time between leaving the stall to joining us this evening, all right? So we want to welcome you, and we should be able to start shortly. I promise tonight is not about speeches. We have just a few welcome notes from our partners, but tonight is really a celebration of those who influence our industry and those who continue to drive the agenda of sustainability, conservation, and of course, partnerships. So tonight is a celebration of each and every one of us who's here in the room, and we want to thank you all for joining us. I want to invite back our crane performers for just one more act. Tonight we also have a special artist who is one of Uganda's ambassadors and continues to hone his craft in art, and he's done a fantastic job locally here, but also on the international market. But also a little later, we will be awarding some of our top performers in the industry. And so that will be the highlight of the night. And then we'll launch our Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative here that kickstarts a conversation on sustainability within the industry. So we want to thank you all for joining us. And I just wanted to invite crane performers very quickly. We'll have a quick 5-minute piece before we then formally start our Powate 2026 Awards and Closing Ceremony. Crane performers. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the crane performers. And once again, welcome to this, the Powate 2026 Awards and Closing Ceremony. We want to welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen. And we would like to formally start this evening. So we want, on behalf of the Uganda Tourism Board, to welcome you all and thank you for being part of the 2026 Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo. In a very special way, we want to appreciate our hosted buyers and all the visiting delegations that are joining us for the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo 2026. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me just to appreciate the protocol in the room and allow me recognize the presence of our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Can we appreciate her for joining us? Big round of applause. And also with us and a dear friend of tourism, the head of the EU delegation to Uganda, His Excellency Jan Sadek. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Your Excellencies, High Commissioners and Ambassadors present here in the room, the Chairperson of the Uganda Tourism Board, and your team. I've seen the board members here. Our development partners who are here in the room. And later tonight, we'll be speaking of why it's a great partnership we have with the development partners here in the room. And allow me in a special way request that we applaud our development partners. I want us to appreciate first the European Union. Big round of applause to the European Union. May we appreciate Enable. Please, a big round of applause for Enable. A big round of applause for our partners, UNDP. Another big round of applause for our partners, UNCDF. And ladies and gentlemen, these have a special relationship with tourism and especially here in Uganda. A big round of applause for UNESCO. To all our agency heads in the tourism industry, we want to welcome you. We want to appreciate the Uganda Tourism Association, and the president is here with her team. In a very special way, we want to appreciate the special envoy of His Excellency the President for Trade and Tourism, Ambassador Rosa. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We want to appreciate the government agencies that are here and that continue to work with the tourism sector. And in a very special way, we want to welcome the tourist buyers, our hosted buyers, the trade visitors, the over 1,500 delegates who are joining us and were part of this year's Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our closing ceremony. Welcome to this, our award ceremony, where we will recognize 10 individuals who continue to work within the industry to support the conversations we're having as a country and the various initiatives that we have as a country with our stakeholders. And so we want to appreciate you tonight, and tonight is about you and every single one of you that is part of this industry. So once again, thank you so much. May I now take the singular honor of inviting the CEO of Uganda Tourism Board, Miss Juliana Kagwa, to come and welcome us. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Juliana Kagwa.
yanayira ekiri mukulu wekiri matuka enseri kagana omwana omuto waliyita nyina omukulu nayita engozi emu zanipira
familiar with the Uganda Tourism Board. It is the agency of the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities that is mandated to sell, promote Uganda as a premier and sustainable destination. So my name is Juliana Kagwa, and I head that organization. I think it's been almost a year, and my team is here so they can keep me honest, because I keep saying it feels more like 8 years, 10 years, thereabouts. But it's only been a year. Actually, I turned a year old on the 15th of May, which was just a little bit over a week ago. And I thought I would start by just reflecting on what kind of journey it's been before I start thanking people. And some of you, I'm going to thank you, like Shafiq, but you've really been difficult. So I just want to put a disclaimer out there. We will put thank yous there, but it's not because you've been the easiest customer. Some of you, you're an acquired taste. I'll put it that way. However, it's also, I think, been a long time coming, this 10th edition of Poate, because, and unfortunately he's not here, since Stephen Asimwe gave birth to this idea of having an expo, which is globally recognized, brings international and domestic tourism value chain players together, we've not had this amount of interest, this amount of subscription. We were oversubscribed, overwhelmed is the word actually. We've had almost 1,500 delegates in and out of here. So if at any one time you were stepped on or pushed or shoved to the side, even if you're VVIP, we apologize, but it's because of the sheer numbers of people that we had. So I want to thank all my predecessors. I thought I would start there. Thank all the predecessors, all the people who started, Poate, all great innovations, all great ideas, vehicles of progress and greatness start as a dream. And so somebody had this dream, and then we're here to manifest it. So thank you, Stephen Asimwe, even if I'm thanking you in absence. I thought he would be here, but he's been called away. And, the 10th anniversary, as I said, was a long time coming, because in between there, since inception, we've had COVID, for example. Nobody knew that was coming. COVID, I think, happened at the time when my immediate predecessor was in office. A lot of you will be familiar with Dr. Lily Ajarova. And she's been one of the more supportive individuals, because every time I go crying about, oh, you can't believe now they've broken the news on Ebola, Oh, you can't believe the roads are not. She's like, but we went through COVID and we're here. As of 2025, we fully recovered our COVID numbers and surpassed. Between last year and this moment now, when I'm standing here, we've grown 19.7%, double digit, almost 20% growth. So these are the voices, these are the, how can I say it, founding fathers. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. People who have been there, done that. Last year, this occasion, these 3 days were put together by the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. A team led by none other than our PS. And it was a fantastic event. And I remember that was my first week of work. And I kept thinking, look at Director Liazi. He just walked in. Where is he? Commissioner, where are you? This man was doing kilometers around. I don't know. I kept thinking, is he just trying to make up the steps? Is he trying to keep fit? Or is this thing this stressful? And that was my moment that week. That was my moment to say, should I join or should I not join? But in the same week, I started to interact with different members of the fraternity. And I will thank each of them as we go. My first and most important interaction, I believe, was with the ministry, our mother ministry, our heads. And the permanent secretary, I'm sorry to disturb you, madam. I know you're already stressed because we told you a dress code you'd never heard of. The dress code was celebratory, but it was not even us. That was Louis. Louis, where are you? Can you just fess up? Because I was being accused of bringing a lot of English. So people are saying, what is celebratory? Madam PS, you'll allow me to recognize you. Please stand up and we clap for you. My first reassurance around this job and the fact that tourism really does have the strength, the conviction, that it has what Uganda needs was from this lady. So my first briefing, my first strategy conversations were with this lady, and I started to understand what this industry and sector is about. So I thank you. I thank you, the ministry, Mr. Seremba. I don't want to name everybody one by one, otherwise we'll be here till the cows come home, literally. But you all know what you did, and I recognize you. My second source of understanding what this industry is about was from the tour operators. And I want to thank the Association of Uganda Tour Operators. I don't know if they're here already. I know that the chair was on her way, Madam Sivi, but in her absence, somebody should really take the applaud. Please indulge me and clap for this association. They were the first to embrace our ideas, all the innovative, collaborative, partnership-centric ideas. They came to us, they said, okay, our door is open. What do you want to do? So I thank you for that, and today is a testament of that. I want to thank the Diplomatic Corps. I think the third group of people in my office was Louis and everybody else that he tends to rally. So I had the European Union there, I had Annabelle in another week, I had CBI, and I started to understand what we do together. And, you know, when you're an outsider looking in, which I was for most of the year, you tend to think, okay, the donor groups, they'll bring a little bit of money, they'll ask you for a return on investment, and off they go. I have worked as closely and intricately with my own team at UTB as I have with the Diplomatic Corps led by Louis. I have more conversations sometimes with Louis than I do with my own team. And they are honest, they are transparent, and they are willing to ensure that that dream of delivering 10% GDP from tourism alone will be realized. So I thank you, Diplomatic Corps. The last group I'll recognize, and that's not to negate any other group, would be my team at UTB. And I will start, I think I saw them somewhere. I hope you're at one table, so you just stand up at once. The team at UTB, what people don't really know, Uganda Tourism Board, it's not just a marketing team. It's an entire ecosystem. We have people in finance. We have people in product development. We have people in quality assurance. There are people who are helping this country improve its hospitality standards. I have an entire IT team. I have a legal and company secretary. Team UTB, can you stand up for recognition? I see some of them there. Don't be shy. That is Team No Sleep. So unfortunately for them, their boss doesn't sleep, but so they're now getting used to it. I'd like to maybe, as I get to the last part of my recognitions, etc., to say that the Uganda Tourism Association, which is the apex body that then encompasses, UHOA, Otto as well, Estoa, Nakao. You all know yourselves what you did in order for this event to happen. I don't want to miss anyone out, otherwise I'm finished. I know the tourism sector is very sensitive. I have the Women's Association. Is she here? She just walked in. Yeah. Welcome, Jackie. Award. So the umbrella or apex body, Uganda Tourism Association, which is led by Madame Yogi. I also want to recognize the insights, the patience, the mentoring, the guidance. This speech is about humility, by the way. It's a very rare day to see me as humble as this. But if I don't say thank you today, then I think I would be remiss. Everybody under the UTA umbrella, I thank you. And you know that most of you are members of the NOC. I'll ask the NOC to stand up later. That will be our final standing ovation. Thank you for lending your time to Poate. Thank you for lending human resource. A lot of you have even given us digital space. You've given us, you really granted us the grace to deliver one of the biggest, baddest Poates that Uganda has ever seen. I recognize the fact that our government is in transition, and so we probably will not have the outgoing honorable ministers here. I stand to be corrected, but Madam PS, you will allow me to pass on my gratitude to Honorable Colonel Butime, Honorable Mugara. They've also given us unwavering support. There isn't a request that I can remember that I have sent to Colonel Butime that he has turned down since I started this job on May 15th, 2025. And I want that to go on record. The only thing he would ever ask me is, what does this mean? Is it millennial? Is it Gen Z? And then I qualify it, and it's like, I understand. Take the risk. Make the move. So this whole week I've been going around receiving flowers for people who are not here. Because everybody says, oh, Juliana, very good poet. Oh, His Excellency came through. That is not the work of Juliana. That is the work of teams, people who don't sleep, people who believe in tourism, people who are relentless. I'd like to use my favorite word, and Fourth Estate, please take it, as you usually do. This sector is a group of people who are indefatigable. They don't get tired. Literally. I think young people are calling it gumite. Am I saying it right? Gumite? Gumite? Eh? Gen Z, where are you? Bismarck, what's the word? What is it? So I'm saying it right. Gumite. Okay. This sector is Gumite. And that is why, even with all the challenges, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's, tax and policy and framework, I'm always encouraged because I know these people have been at it, they're resilient. Tourism only started to make sense in Uganda in 1996, thereabouts. But there are people who have been in the sector for 30 years, 40 years. How have they been doing it? So I'm always encouraged by how resilient people are. Not just those who went through COVID. There are people who are in tourism before we even had the big five. When the rhinos were near extinction, there were people who are pushing this sector. And so when I say that we are standing on the shoulders of giants, I'm not saying it lightly. There are those who have gone before us, and there are those who are coming after us, and we will be the giants who they talk of. So I am really humbled and encouraged by the fact that today we are closing the 10th edition of Poate, but it is also the biggest Poate we've had. Hosted buyers, we multiplied the numbers, and it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. We've had hosted buyers like we've never seen, people who are truly invested in a destination called Uganda, in a destination called Africa. I've had the honor of interacting with each and every country here, be it Portugal, Spain was my last conversation. It's the reason I was a bit delayed. We had Australia, we had Japan, we had China, we had Argentina, Brazil, Norway. The mind runs. And then closer to home, our brothers and sisters in Africa also representing. We had Ethiopia, I see you. We had Egypt. We had Kenya. Sometimes you forget the neighbors because it feels like it's obvious, but it's not. Tanzania, Rwanda, they were dancing with us today. We do not take this for granted. See, Uganda, you clap for these people. It is an investment in time, money, and energy and effort. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I've been talking non-stop for like 72 hours. So I can only imagine somebody who came here to do business. You must be all talked out. So it takes commitment, and we don't take that for granted, to come all the way to Uganda and do business with us. We thank you. We thank you, Africa. We commit to come to see you also in your space and do business with you. I know there's Zatex coming up. I stand to be corrected. I think next month, Zambia will be doing their tourism expo. Please expect us there. The last thing I'll say, second last thing before I invite my chairman to just say hello as well. There was a little girl who performed on, what day of the week was it? Thursday, when we started? Yes, it feels like a lifetime ago. Talia. And I think she quoted Proverbs 22:28. And for me, that's where I think she got everybody listening, the hook. And it goes, I'm paraphrasing, because I'm no, pastor or anything. Pastor Samora, you will help me. It goes a little bit like this. Show them, let me get it. I don't want to misquote the Bible. They'll never forgive me. Yes. So in the Bible, paraphrasing, through their work, depending on how well you do your work, he or she will appear or serve before kings. So when she said that, it struck me. I said, maybe this is why we don't sleep at Uganda Tourism Board. This is why we have intense conversations, public sector, private sector. This is why sometimes we lock horns, because we are all thriving to deliver tourism as a growth engine for Uganda. It's as simple as that. So sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. Getting to this kind of poate, by the way, is no mean feat. Some people have been hurt. Some people have been offended. Some people have taken other people's flowers. But all of us here are celebrating, are feeling joyous, because our work, the work we delivered these last 3 days, is work that is now appearing before kings. We've been recognized. And I'll tell you for free, we've been recognized by not just the highest office in this land, across many other countries. Our ambassadors are here, who we work with in ECD. I met them yesterday, and they are getting pretty much the same feedback. Tanzania is noticing what we're doing. We're sending content as far as United States of America. People are like, what's happening in Uganda? Something's changed. It's the only change that there's been is that we've come together. We're collaborating. We're innovating together. So I want to thank each individual here. I know that not everybody is represented. Some people were not able to make it. But everybody that's been part of this journey, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I saved the best for last. I want to thank my board, but my chair is coming to thank them individually. She will mention them by name. I've talked about our partners, whether it is in the UN, the diplomatic corps. I see our UNDPRR here. She's one of my toughest mentors. The chiboko I get from this lady, yo. But I appreciate it. Please, Nene, don't ever stop being honest. I really appreciate that. Ambassador Malango, you know what you've done for this Poate. You know. So I'm not going to say much. So I want to thank my board. My board will do all that. My board chair will do all that. So the very last group of people I wanted to thank was the ambassadors. I think they're all sitting together, I hope. I don't see Ambassador Nimisha. Oh, there she is. Yesterday I was given a warning by Ambassador Chikafunda, Ambassador Joyce Chikafunda, who is the ambassador, Uganda's mission in India. She was my professor at Makerere University. So she said, Juliana, you're always up there speaking a lot of English. You never, what's this now?
It's a gift from Uganda High Commission, London, for all of you and your team at Uganda, at the Ministry of Tourism. Thank you very much for all the support you give us. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ambassador Yan, for helping all this happen.
Thank you, Ambassador. Okay, talk about hijacking them. UK mission. Thank you very much. We received those flowers. Thank you for being such a great partner. The work we're doing in the UK now is amazing. In November last year, now that I have the mic, November last year, through the ambassador's efforts and our own local British High Commissioner, we managed to remove, I think, a 2-3-year-long travel advisory against Queen Elizabeth National Park and the Murchison Falls. So UK citizens can now come unshackled, free, fully travel insurance covered, thanks to your work, Ambassador. Thank you so much. Before I leave the stage to the board chair, and Madam Chair, I wish you would come here, otherwise I'll never leave. I'll just keep going on, hey? I'd like to recognize my brother from another mother, DG Nigeria. Please stand up. He's always so amazingly dressed. I told you people have come from everywhere. The last one before I go. Those people, they are dragging me off stage. Where are the bouncers? Where are the bouncers? I'd like to recognize Sarah, another mentor of mine, Sarah Kajingo. She's the vice chair of PSFU. She literally just got off a flight and came here. And from the United States, so long haul flight. Thank you so much for being here, Sarah. Madam Chair, now that you're here, and I still have the mic, please allow me to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being as honest, as transparent, and also giving me as much chiboko as you have so that we can get here today. I thank you for believing in my team and myself, giving us the freedom to succeed, even the freedom to fail. The Powate you've seen today, ladies and gentlemen, is because we have one of the most respected, the longest serving tourism gurus. Do we have a SEC in tourism? I think she would be the chair. She's been in the tourism value chain forever. So your counsel, your wisdom, I don't take that for granted. Thank you, Madam Chair. She will introduce the board members. So board members, I thank you. I'm going to leave the mic. And she will also thank the EU and Enable for hosting us today. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Madam CEO. Thank you. Can we have a bigger round of applause for my lovely CEO? Thank you very much, Madam CEO. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pearl Horo Kakoza, and I am the board chair of Uganda Tourism Board. My CEO has done a sterling job in thanking all of you, the EU, Enable, CBI, for hosting and sponsoring this Powate, the dinner, which is going to be also an awards night for sustainability in the tourism sector. Kindly allow me to ask if we have any board members who are here. Let me introduce them once again to you. I have Madam Olive Lumonya, who represents UCAA. On the board, we have Madam Margaret Ojara Arach. She represents Arts and Crafts Association. We have Vincent Operemo. He's from the National Planning Authority. Mr. Rashid Kayemba represents the hoteliers. He's been running around. There he is. We have Ms. Sandra Chebirunji, who is from the Ministry of Finance and tells us what we can and cannot do with the money. And we thank you for her oversight. We have Mr. Tony Mulinde, who represents the Association of Uganda Tour Operators. My vice chair is Mr. Ron Kawamara. He represents Trade and Commerce. We have Mr. Vivian Liazi, representing the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife, Antiquities, and then myself. On behalf of my board, I'd like to once again thank Madam CEO Juliana and your team for a wonderful job well done. You have delivered a sterling performance, and you must be proud of yourselves. Mwebala, mwebale, mwebale, dala. Tuyanziza. Thank you very much. To the hosted buyers who are our guests tonight, as you return home to your countries, I would like you to take back home with you 5 things about Uganda. Number 1, I hope you have tasted and confirmed that Uganda is the birthplace of Robusta coffee. While Ethiopia in the 7th century gave the world coffee, Robusta coffee was found on the lake shores of Lake Victoria in 1800. So the coffee that is grown in Venezuela, Brazil, Taiwan, all the Robusta originated from Uganda. Uganda is the birthplace of bark cloth. Bark cloth, or lubugo. This is, the botanical name is Ficus nantalensis. In this bark cloth, the Buganda kings were buried, they were wrapped and buried. And like the Egyptian kings, this bark cloth has the ability to mummify the body. So we were mummifying our dead kings long before the Egyptians were. Uganda, as you heard the president of on Thursday, has the best pineapple in the world. I dare anyone to contest me on that one there. Uganda is the source of the mighty River Nile, the longest fresh water river in the world. Starting from Uganda, and it ends in Cairo. I was asking the hosted buyer from Cairo, why is it we do not get visitors from Egypt to come and see the source of their civilization and where their water comes from? As we all know, Egypt relies on the Nile for survival. This is something, the message the Egyptians need to take back so that we have movement between our two countries. Uganda gave the Catholic Church saints, not only martyrs, but saints as well. In Nigeria alone, there are 5 Catholic churches named Saint Luanga, Saint Charles Luanga. Hosted buyers, travel safely back to your countries, and we expect to see you back in the Pearl of Africa with visitors to come and experience and walk where you have walked in the past 2 weeks. Karibu tena, welcome back. Bienvenue encore à Ouganda, s'il vous plaît, avec les visites. I say this for God and my country.
Can we appreciate the chair? One big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Paul Kakoza. Yes. I always make sure I get it right. Miss Paul Kakoza. Yeah, I'm learning. Doesn't she look lovely? This is what they call celebratory. I had never seen our flag look so lovely. That really looks nice. Those are the colors. When I looked this side, Team Europe, when I looked this side, someone said, that's the German flag. And we were disagreeing. We were, we'll have that conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. So this is what we need to do, because Juliana had 3 days and she summarized the highlights of 3 days in her entire speech. I was tempted to go and stop her because she's a marketeer by profession. She can speak until the cows come home. So give her a mic, and that's a problem. But I only thought that this would be an opportunity for you to first of all, turn to your neighbor, and I do this all the time, and ask them, which park have they visited in the last 3 months? Which Ugandan national park have they visited in the last 3 months? I've helped you, I've said 3 months. Because it could have been last week, it could have been, which of our parks have you visited? in the last 3 months. And for those of you going to West Nile and you go through Machizone, that is not counted. If you're just driving through Machizone, we are not counting that. You must stop and you must see the animals. You must have a game drive. You must experience the park. So now, if you have a neighbor who hasn't been to, I saw Ua, and there is a question that I also fall victim for. If your neighbor has not seen the gorilla, there is a problem. So turn to your neighbor and ask, have you seen the mountain gorilla, the Ugandan mountain gorilla? You have seen? Oh, yes, of course. I should have guessed that. No, she was there. She was there the other day. I have evidence on my phone. If your friend, Nicholas, have you been to Bwindi? Not yet. Sadek, Yan, we have, when Nicholas is going, please add me on the list because I haven't, so I need to get a ride. I need, because he's going to go by air, and that's the only way I will go by air. Anyway, I just had to make sure. So listen, Juliana decided to tell the world that Uganda does not only have just the big five. So Uganda is not about the big five. Uganda is the big eight. Tell your neighbor, big eight. So I will not talk about the five because you know the big five. Let's talk about the three. Now, number 6. This one I have just talked about. It's our gorillas. And you must have an experience with the gorillas. The other day we had one of the world's finest DJs. What is his name? DJ? I can't even get the name. Dipro. Was it Dipro? Is it Dipro? I know the millennials. Where is the Gen Z group? DJ Dipro. Pro. My R's and L's are a problem, you know. You have to forgive me, RR. So we need to talk about the gorilla. So that is number 6. Number 7. Anyone know number 7? Yes, you're right. The chimpanzee. The chimpanzee that shares our DNA. So that is number 7. Anyone now know? My favorite is number 8. Number 8? Number? The people. Yeah. Number 8 is the Ugandans themselves. There is no single country, and Yan, I've been to your place. There's no single country where you will find the sweetest, the most humble, the most welcoming. Even when they don't know your language, they will greet you and they will welcome you like they knew you yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. And Juliana says, now we need to explore the people. I have never been anywhere where you can party from Monday to Monday. These days when you go to work, I don't know where you stay. I have a particular road I pass on Monday, 7 a.m. People are still partying. Monday morning, 7 a.m. Only in the Pearl of Africa. Only in the Pearl of Africa. Somebody arrived on Turkish Airlines very late. And the first thing they asked for from the airport, they said, I am told your bars don't close. Before we go to the hotel, let's go through one of the bars. And that is where they went first, before they even went to their hotel. Because I think, Juliana, they were smart. They did not want to check in that night because you don't pay for that night. You must check in the next day at midday. So you leave the airline, you go party until 8 a.m. You go then have breakfast in your hotel and then check in at midday. Now you have lost, you have saved money for an extra day. Very smart delegate. Yeah, those are your delegates, by the way, Juliana. Very smart. Ladies and gentlemen, I could go on and on about this Pearl, but I want to invite somebody who I think was probably born here, but they then relocated, and he grew up in Europe. He loves this country. His very first assignment was to literally sell brand Uganda by visiting Kidepo with his family. Invite with me, ladies and gentlemen, the EU head of delegation, His Excellency Jan Sadek.
Thank you, Maurice. Thanks a lot. And it's true, Kidepo is a wonderful place. You asked about the big 8. We were thinking here that there should be 9 actually, because we wanted to count the shoebill stork as well, and that's another favorite of mine. It's a bird, but I think we can count it, and it's quite big actually. So ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to be here. Let me just, after all, do some recognition of our dignitaries here, starting with our permanent secretary, Ms. Doreen Katusime, who has joined us elegantly, dressed as always. A pleasure, Madam Doreen. I also want to acknowledge other representatives of the government of Uganda, and I know we have the special advisor of the president for tourism and trade who is here, and we have the chair and the CEO of the Uganda Tourism Board, the CEO of the Uganda Tourism Association. We also have our partners, such as the United Nations Resident Coordinator and his wife over here, Bernard. Also our partners in this project, Enable, represented by its country director. The regional director of UNESCO is here. We have the representative of UNDP, possibly also of UNCDF somewhere. We have several ambassadors, Ugandan ambassadors, including to the European Union and to Belgium and to Ireland. And then we have Ugandan ambassadors to many other countries here. A pleasure to have you around for once. You have very important missions, but it's good to see you here in Uganda from time to time. I also want to acknowledge the presence of our other representatives of our European Union member states who are here, including my own team. Members of the private sector and the deputy board chair of the PSFU who is here tonight. Media representatives and also the band here. I don't think the band has received an applause, so this is the time. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's really a great pleasure to host you this evening at the closing of the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo 2026. Over the past days, this venue has been alive with ideas and partnerships and opportunities. Poata has once again demonstrated that Uganda is not only open to the world, but ready to compete, to innovate, and to lead on tourism. Allow me to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to the government of Uganda, and in particular here represented by Permanent Secretary Doreen Katusime. Your leadership, together with your ministers over the past years, has been instrumental in shaping the progress that we are witnessing today. You have strengthened institutions, elevated Uganda's visibility, and championed tourism as a key driver of economic transformation. The European Union, we are very proud to build on these strong foundations together with you. This year is especially meaningful for us. As you can see here on my back, the European Union and Uganda celebrate 50 years of partnership, 5 decades built on trust, shared interests, and a common vision for sustainable and inclusive development. Tourism stands out as one of the sectors where this partnership has delivered tangible and lasting impact. Uganda is without question a remarkable destination. From the mountain gorillas of Bwindi and Mgahinga to the source of the Nile to the vast savannas of Murchison Falls and Kidepo, to the Ruwenzori Mountains, few countries offer such diversity. But what makes Uganda truly unique is not only its landscapes. We have already heard the 8th, I think, Big Five. It is its people, its culture, its creativity, and its hospitality. These are the elements that transform a visit into an experience, and an experience into a lasting connection. And this is why, for the European Union, tourism is more than an economic sector. It is a powerful tool for development. It creates jobs, especially for young people and women. It supports local businesses and value chains. It protects biodiversity and cultural heritage. And it connects Uganda to the world in a meaningful and human way. Over the years, together with our member states, we have supported conservation efforts, community-based tourism, skills development, and the promotion of Uganda's heritage. We have seen encouraging progress, stronger institutions, growing private sector engagement, and increasing recognition of sustainability as a cornerstone of competitiveness. But we also know that much more can be achieved. And that is why I'm particularly pleased tonight at the close of Poate, we are officially launching a new flagship initiative, the Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative, with a budget of 15.5 million euros. This program, ladies and gentlemen, represents a new chapter in our cooperation. It is ambitious, comprehensive, and designed to respond to the needs of the sector. For the next 4 years, it will support the development of tourism destinations across Uganda, improving how sites are organized, connected, and experienced. It will strengthen Uganda's international marketing, especially in key European markets, ensuring that the Pearl of Africa receives the global visibility that it deserves. It will reinforce tourism value chains, linking businesses more effectively with local producers, service providers, and communities. The program will also focus on quality and standards, because excellence builds trust, and trust builds destinations. It will invest in skills and development, helping to create a professional and service-oriented workforce, and it will also improve access to finance and the business environment, enabling enterprises, especially small and medium-sized, to grow, innovate, and thrive. This initiative will be implemented by Enable in partnership with UNESCO and UNCDF working together with UNDP. UNESCO will support destination development, including heritage and community-based tourism, while UNCDF and the UNDP will focus on improving the business environment and facilitating access to finance for tourism enterprises. All of this will be carried out in close collaboration with the Ministry, the Uganda Tourism Board, the Uganda Tourism Association, the private sector, civil society, and local communities. This is important because this is not only about donors, this is not about donors and beneficiaries. It is about partners working together, sharing responsibility, ambition, and results. At the same time, we must be clear-eyed about the challenges ahead. Climate change, unexpected shocks, infrastructure gaps, access to finance, and global competition, they all require continued effort and innovation. Sustainability is no longer optional. It is essential. The future of tourism depends on our ability to protect what makes destinations unique, while ensuring that communities benefit directly and meaningfully. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we also celebrate excellence. The Poate 2026 Awards, they recognize individuals and organizations who are setting new standards in sustainability, innovation, conservation, and service. These 10 awards remind us that the success of tourism is not only about destinations. It is about people, visionary entrepreneurs, dedicated conservationists, creative marketers, and committed professionals who go the extra mile. To all the nominees and winners, and we shall hear and see them later, I want to say, your work is shaping the future of Uganda's tourism sector. You are the ambassadors of quality and an inspiration for others to follow. The European Union is proud to support these awards as part of our 50-year celebrations. Recognizing excellence is not only about celebration, it is about raising ambition across the entire sector. So as we close this expo, one message stands out clearly. Uganda's tourism potential is immense, and the trajectory is positive. With continued collaboration between government, the private sector, communities, and international partners, this sector can become even more resilient, more inclusive, and more competitive. For the European Union, our commitment is clear. We are investing in people, in prosperity, and in the planet. We are investing in tourism, in the tourism sector that creates opportunities, protects natural and cultural heritage, and positions Uganda as a leading destination globally. Let us continue this journey together with ambition, with responsibility, and with confidence in what we can achieve. I thank you all now for your participation in Puate 2026. I congratulate the award winners, and I look forward to seeing the partnerships, the ideas, and the business deals developed over these past 3 days translate into real impact across Uganda. I thank you now very much for your attention, and please enjoy the rest of the evening and the dinner. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's show him some love. Big round of applause for His Excellency. And to crown this, just to crown the conversation that the ambassador just shared, the EU has published a very special edition for Juliana and the Powate. It's a special edition, so if you don't get a copy in your office, just know that it's a special edition. That is why it's called a special edition. So this special edition, and it's really well done, thanks to the EU, Louis and the team, has a wonderful article from the ambassador himself, but does profile the entire portfolio of our tourism industry here. It's available, and it will come to you through, of course, the EU and UTB. However, you can get a digital version. I know Louis was looking at me. You can get a digital version of this at the security, right? Louis, down? Yes. At the security, there's a QR code. Just scan the QR code. You'll get the rich content that is in here. I want to appreciate all the writers and the contributors. And I wanted to give a special shout out to Bernard. Louis, is Bernard here? Yes, Bernard. Where's Bernard? Please stand for recognition. Bernard is the editor from CMG Africa. Thank you so much for this. It's really well done. You need to get a copy. I'll give the only copy that is here to the CEO so that she appreciates, because this is the only copy that is in the house. You will not find it anywhere, so I'll hand it over to the boss herself so that she decides who will take it. But you will get a copy. Trust me. Whoever is here should be able to get a copy, thanks to UTB and the EU. So I always struggle, and I don't know if this happens to you, when you look at the mirror every morning and you see extra gray hair. That's for me. I don't know what for you it is. But the next speaker, every single year I come to Porte, looks younger than she looked last year. I don't know what it is, and I'm glad somebody else raised it. I thought I was the only one who was saying this. She doesn't look her age, and she's never aging. She just looks like Uganda's tourism, getting better every year. Ladies and gentlemen, our permanent secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Miss Doreen Katusime. Please note, crane performers, thank you. Please note, she's a grandmother. This is how grandmothers look like. I want to be like this when I'm a grandfather.
Please allow me to stand on the protocol. Ambassador Sadek has recognized the entire protocol. I'm looking around the room and I'm amazed and overwhelmed. So I want to say thank you all for being here, and you are most welcome. Last week, was it last week? I came with my ministers to attend one of the last meetings of NOC after the president had confirmed that he was going to attend. And in that meeting, Director Rashid was in the meeting, and he told the CEO of UTB and her team that they must do better than the ministry. And I told them that I happen to be a mother of grown-ups, and I'm very proud when my children do better than me. And so, this evening I want to say, Juliana and your team, thank you for doing better than us. Because last year, as you all know, we coordinated Poate, but Poate 2026 is something different. So tonight, we can confidently say that Poate has firmly earned its place as one of the most consequential tourism promotion platforms in the region. And looking ahead, I have the confidence that in the next editions, it will scale even greater heights to become the most sought-after platform for tourism trade on the continent. This evening, I was telling the people on the top management platform that we are in a new era. When this Poate was being organized, we were told that the theme is Ignite Your Wanderlust. I don't know how many of you had to look up in the dictionary the meaning of wanderlust. At least I had to look it up. And the Cabinet Secretariat said the same thing. And then this evening, or yesterday, the EU joined in by telling us to come in celebratory dress code. I had to go to ChatGPT to check what that looks like. So it's been an exciting time. But we are gathered here tonight at this exciting event to mark the epitome of what has been an absolutely memorable and historic 10th edition of the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo. Allow me to welcome and convey my deepest appreciation to our development partners who have walked hand in hand with us through this journey. In a very special way, I want to thank the European Union. Ambassador Sadek, you have been a friend of tourism and conservation. You have supported all the Poates that we've been together. UNDP, ResRep, you have been with us throughout this journey. Enable, CBI, the World Bank. I see Sulaiman somewhere in the corner. Thank you. All of you, your unwavering support has been foundational to our success. I am especially thrilled that for this landmark 10th edition, His Excellency, the President of Uganda, agreed to come and personally officiate at the launch of this Poate. His presence is a powerful stamp of approval and a resounding recognition of the vital role that tourism plays in the socio-economic development of our country. I'm sure you all agree with me. I have already thanked UTB, but I should in a special way recognize the board, Madam Chairperson and your board, we recognize the contribution that you have made to bring this, for organizing such a stellar and memorable event. The board, I must say, the board and the new management at UTB have infused a fresh energy and vibrancy and a zeal into this collective pursuit to rightly place Uganda as Africa's most preferred tourism destination. I'm not going to go into the figures. Juliana mentioned them, the number of hosted buyers, the number of exhibitors. It has been amazing. I want to extend my special thanks, our thanks as Ministry of Tourism, to our Uganda missions and embassies abroad. I think this is the first party where we have seen this big number of missions participating, bringing us hosted buyers, doing farm trips, and please extend, yes, Ambassador Nimisha. Today I see the ladies on this table. The embassies have done a fantastic job. Ambassador Juju, we appreciate all of you, one by one. And we want to thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Finance, representing the entire government, for this initiative of the economic and commercial diplomacy, because we are beginning to see the difference. I think it's going to be the game changer for tourism. To our hosted buyers, from the few interactions we have had, I know you can now personally confirm that Sir Winston Churchill was right when he named Uganda truly the Pearl of Africa. The Expo has also attracted over 300 exhibitors, and this impressive turnout is a direct reflection of a resilient, strong private sector, like Juliana was saying, and we want to appreciate the private sector. Madam President, UTA, the tour operators, the hotel owners, the tour guides, the Nakao, all the private sector in tourism, we thank you. And I want to say a special thank you to our regional neighbors who traveled to exhibit here, effectively positioning East Africa as a single unified destination. Again, Juliana had talked about this. Rwanda, Tanzania, Burundi was here, Kenya, Ethiopia, Egypt, but we deeply appreciate you. Furthermore, I'm highly impressed by the sheer diversity of the exhibitors who are opening up new attractions and experiences for the modern traveler. This year, agro-tourism stood out prominently, sports tourism featured, digital innovations took the center stage alongside our deeply grounded, diverse cultural and nature-based products. This year's Powati went beyond trade by incorporating high-level seminars that facilitated vital knowledge sharing and capacity building. And I want to thank everyone who participated in these seminars, in the trainings, in the conferences. I was particularly pleased with the training, the masterclass we did for our tourism officers from the local governments, because these are the people who are on the ground. And I don't know if they are still around, but we had a very big group that came from all over Uganda for that training. And these officers are the ones coordinating and entrenching tourism development directly at the local government level. I also highly value our strategic engagement with the missions abroad. I have already said that, because they serve as the frontline links connecting us to travel trade networks and consumers in the source markets. Looking to the immediate future, we highlighted the massive opportunity of AFCON as a continental milestone that we must embrace and actively prepare for as we get ready to host the world. Additionally, emerging subsectors like the local film industry and the vibrant street food exhibitions are phenomenal initiatives we must continue to embrace and actively support. We want to firmly reassure the global community. There has been a lot of talk about Ebola. Tourism is a fragile industry that gets affected by all these health challenges. But we want to firmly reassure the global community tonight, like the president did, that Uganda boasts of a robust, world-class health management system. We are entirely capable of swiftly averting, managing, and overcoming these health challenges. In the same vein, I call upon the media, and particularly our social media community, to report responsibly. Let us be mindful of the devastating effects that alarmist and unverified statements can have on the thousands of livelihoods that rely on this sector. Tonight, we are also deeply honored to recognize and reward the outstanding enterprises that have intentionally invested in sustainability. Sustainability, innovation, and community inclusiveness. Again, the ambassador talked about this. I want to thank every business that participated in the call for nominations. I want to extend my gratitude to the panel of assessors who meticulously vetted the entries, and I offer our warmest congratulations to the winners tonight. Thank you for your commendable initiatives and the values that you uphold. Allow me, in a special way, to formally welcome the project that the ambassador was talking about, which is called We Explore. I want to thank Enable and CBI for leading this implementation, and we look forward to the transformative ripple effects this project will have on our industry. In the same vein, I applaud the Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative and its profound impact on our entire hospitality network. As you may know, there are new and stringent regulations in the European market. Those mandate international trading strictly with enterprises that verifiably invest in sustainability. And so I strongly urge our entire private sector to aggressively embrace green and sustainable principles, not just as a checkbox to access international markets, but because safeguarding our environment is simply the right thing to do. In conclusion, I want to say that the future of Uganda tourism is bright. The challenge before us now is to ride this momentum responsibly, sustainably, and inclusively. I thank you all, and I wish you an enjoyable evening. Thank you.
Can we appreciate the PS, ladies and gentlemen? Big round of applause. I have to wait for the drums and then I invite. So I will invite, as the team brings the board, which is going to signify the official launch of the Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative, I'll invite His Excellency Jan Sadek, our UNDP RR, Noane, please come. Of course, Enable, Nicholas. Our Regional Director, UNESCO, please come. These are the partners, and I will be speaking to this initiative, so the PS will join them. And Jan, you can hold the mic, and if you want to say something before you launch, or you want to speak after the launch, I don't know. And you can allow the partners to say something about the
Yes,
initiative.
I think, Maurice, I already spoke too much already,
All right.
so I give them the floor instead to our
I was
partners.
buying time for this. That's why I was just,
Nicholas, do you want to say something?
Yes, about the initiative as an implementer.
Yes, good evening, everyone. So my name is Nicholas. I'm the country director of Enable, and I want to take this occasion to, with a few words, say how proud and happy we are as Enable to start this new program on the sustainable tourism value chain. Actually, tourism sector is not really new for us, as Enable, through Belgian fundings, has been working on the growth of this sector for numerous years already, especially through skills development, to the support to entrepreneurship, to the promotion of decent work principles, to more broader the support and the strengthening of an entire value chain. But this program will allow us to go beyond the growth of the sector and to ensure that together we can shape an entire value chain that works for the people, that works for the nature, and that works for the future of Uganda. So once again, very happy to be here, very happy to start this journey with our fellow partners, with a special mention, of course, to UNESCO for our components. Big thank you for the European Union, but also to the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities for the support and the trust to enable, and long life to this initiative, and within it, to the We Explore project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nicola. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. R. Noane, because as a
UNDP representative?
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I wear two hats here. I am speaking on behalf of UNDP, but I also serve as the UN Capital Development Fund representative, UNCDF. And I have my colleague here who is the country manager, office manager here with us, Wale. And then I recognize that our regional rep of UNESCO is here. But we have our resident coordinator. So this project is very important to all of us in the UN, particularly for UNCDF. It showcases the opportunity they have to support SMEs who are in the field of tourism. And we as UNDP are accompanying everybody on this journey to ensure that indeed the sustainability part of this project is very much in place. So I would crave your indulgence to have my RC say one thing or two.
All right. Can we appreciate UNDP? Yes.
Yes. Well, good evening, everyone. I wasn't expecting to say much tonight, but I can assure you that the United Nations country team in Uganda is very much impressed with the project, especially the fact that we have UNCDF that will be supporting the SMEs. UNDP will be supporting policy development in particular, and UNESCO skills training in tourism. So this is very important for us, and it speaks to the National Development Plan 4, in particular the T in the ATMs. Remember, agro-industrialization, tourism, mining, science, technology, and innovation. And today we are standing before you talking about tourism. So thank you very much, the European Union, and thank you very much, Annabelle, that will be leading the implementation of this project. And we very much thank the taxpayers and the European Union for the resources that have been provided for us to go forward. And Madam PS, we know that under the leadership of the government of Uganda, it will be a very successful project. Thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just also on behalf of UNESCO to say how happy, proud, excited we are to be part of this initiative. And a big thank to the European Union. Really looking forward to working with Annabelle specifically on the component we have together, but also with our sister agencies on the program more broadly. Of course, for UNESCO, it's always very important to recognize that tourism and cultural heritage or biodiversity conservation have to go hand in hand. Now, this is not always the case, but I think we have a very good guarantee here in Uganda, because you are talking from the onset about sustainable tourism. And that, I think, is a key word, and that is what we are really looking forward to work on all together. So thank you very much again, and looking forward to this mix of UN work and Team Europe work. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause.
Thank you. I could also say, ladies and gentlemen, I think you agree, Nicholas, that for us representing the European Union, we also see it as a bonus when we are surrounded by the United Nations like this. This is an additional bonus. It doesn't have so much to do with tourism, but more with, let's say, the unsettled situation in the world today, lots of uncertainties. And the European Union really thinks that we want to promote multilateralism, and the United Nations is a guarantor of that. So we feel proud to have you included in this project, and we think that we can celebrate also our cooperation with the United Nations through this. Thanks a lot.
All right, so we will have the PS and Jan do the honors of cutting the tape. Jan, I'll take the mic because the speeches might continue. Yeah, I'm careful. So yes, PS and Jan on either side will cut the tape. We'll count them down from 3. There you go. So, yes, there you go. Crane performers, can we do it together? 3, 2, 1, 0. Please unveil. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause to the European Union and partners on the launch of the Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative. The PS and the EU head of delegation will append their signature on the board, yes. And we will ask all the other partners to do the same. And as mentioned by Jan, the initiative that is a brainchild of the European Union, launched at the Powate 2026 Expo, is a 15.5 million euro sustainable tourism value chain initiative with major investment reflecting on commitment to helping Uganda strengthen its position as a leading responsible tourism destination here in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause again to the European Union. We appreciate our partners, Enable, UNDP, UNESCO, UNCDF, and of course the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Authority through the Uganda Tourism Board, who will be the implementers of this initiative. And now we'll have a group photo on either side, yes. So cameraman, this is the moment you get to ensure that this appears in the perfect page or pages. Ambassador Zulu, this might look like you are singing, so I'll move this. There you go. So once again, we want to appreciate the European Union and all the partners on launching the Sustainable Tourism Value Chain Initiative 2026 at Powate. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. You can take your seats. As I ask the team to move this board again, because we are going to dinner and we are preparing our team at the back to just get ready for dinner. And just check that Talent Africa has my image. I have a very special image this evening. Do we have it? Is it ready? I don't want to. Is it ready? All right. So let's first clear the board. Don't worry. Now, who told you to put it? You guys, But anyway, since it's there, please look at what Juliana is doing with our influencers. So the cartoon on this day was dedicated to UTB, as she was introducing tilapia to our Egyptian influencers. I think we'll add tilapia as number 10, since number 9 is the shoe bill. All right. And she tells them, you are the source of the Nile. And they say, and the fish is really asking to be allowed to go on its own. It can find its way to Egypt. I found this very interesting. And for our hosted buyers, this is something, and I was very strategic, Juliana. I wanted to introduce it before dinner. So as they turn to dinner, please ensure you have a bit of our fish. You will probably never find the finest fish anywhere, as is with our Nile perch and tilapia here from our fresh waters. We tonight will be entertained by one of Uganda's finest. Until he's ready is when I can invite him. But we want to welcome you to dinner, and please stay seated until you've been ushered to the serving center. So while we have dinner, the band will play, but midway our dinner, we'll have the award ceremony, where we award 10 special categories in the tourism industry, and that will happen within the dinner itself. So we want to invite you to dinner, and please do stay seated until you've been ushered, because it would be unfair for any of us to stay longer in the queue while we are picking our dinner. So I'll invite the teams responsible for our VIPs to be on standby and do this. So Crane Performers will start us off with a bit of music before the live band that the ambassador spoke about joins us. But suffice to say that we must appreciate, because Poate would not have been possible without the sponsors. Can we appreciate the sponsors, ladies and gentlemen? And I see the sponsors are here, so allow me very quickly run through these sponsors as the team that is ushering our guests begins to do their work. We want in a very special way to appreciate all our sponsors. And the sponsors this year include, of course, the European Union, Enable, the Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, Movit, UEGCL, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sheraton, Speak Resort, Wild Places, of course, the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Authority, and the Wildlife and Antiquities, Uganda Airlines, Turkish Airlines, we have Britam Insurance, MTN, Nile Breweries. Also, as part of our sponsors, HAL for the cars, SN Brussels, Uganda Tourism Association, CBI, Uganda Wildlife Authority, and Lemala, but also Uganda Breweries. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, please appreciate our sponsors. Big round of applause. There was something unique this year at the swearing-in ceremony, that Explore Uganda, and thanks to Uganda Tourism Board, was the key highlight at the swearing-in ceremony. And one of the key highlights at the swearing ceremony was the wildlife that was presented from our sculptor, Paulo. Paulo is here. The same wildlife was brought here at Poate, and so you've been taking selfies with all these beautiful pictures and all the animals that are present here. So we want to appreciate Paulo and the team for a job well done, both in Kololo at the ceremonial grounds and here at Poate. A big congratulations to you and your team for doing a great job in marketing Explore Uganda at the swearing in and here at Poate 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, bon appetit, Crane Performers. All right. So clearly, now Kenneth, my apologies, but I was looking for you. I didn't know you had become a guest of Uganda Tourism Board. Ladies and gentlemen, one of Uganda's finest, please put your hands together for Kenneth Mugabe!
Take me back, you still have my heart. Where are you going? Take me back, I just want your ring, sparkling diamond ring, cutting Amazoni. You are my story, storyteller. Will I sleep at night? Sing me a sweet, 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 sweet lullaby. I need to sleep tonight. Take me back, take me back, take me back, take me back. I want you 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 back. You deserve it all. Care and romance. I need you back now. Oh, no. What are you going to say? Take me back from the beginning. You're my story. You're my story. Storyteller. Will I sleep at night? Oh, sing me a sweet, sweet, sweet lullaby. I need to sleep tonight. Take me back. Take me back. Take me back. greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kenneth Mugabe, singer, songwriter, culture ambassador, storyteller. With me, Mr. Bukenya on the keys, my long-term friend, who is a brother now. So this song goes to all the ladies in the house. If you know the song, feel free to sing along. Nsikirizibwa okusemberera, nzikiriza nkusemberere, nsikirizibwa okutunuulira. Oli kifaananyi kye batannasiiga, Katonda gwe ne yeewuunya, nsikirizibwa okukwatako. Tonfuna nze monna nkwegomba webamu abalongo abalina amaaso ngagago nkwegomba nkwegomba bakuntondera nze bakuntondera. Nsikirizibwa okusemberera, buli bw'obeerawo bukuumi wempulira. Nsikirizibwa n'okuwuliriza, bw'oyogera saabwe afuluma, buli bw'onzigaanira ebe gye mpulira. Nyumirwa nnyo ng'ompulirizaako. No wamanyiza sawa wezi mera nawe nemanyiza kunyiza nyiza bota dere nyanyongeze nekachai okulyo mujaja ngoso wate natuge minwano lero wamanyiza manyiza wamanyiza tinejenyo wachireta wamanyiza 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 tinejenyo wachireta 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 manyiza ntumize byokulya switi biwaze wamanyiza kati nze binsobedde ddala nesokisi zibuze siraba kingeeza waka kweyamanyiza era nebaga mu ttumbi ngera mu matulutulu bebikulota nokonkona nsobeddwa 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 wamanyiza 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 chirecheino wachirera wamanyiza 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 chirechenjo wachirera wachireta 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 just like a bird, I will build a nest for you and put it where nobody can reach. I'll go around looking for that comfortable grass and a nice view so far away from them. Njakulwana nekyapa ky'omuwengola nze njakifuna nguteekeyo. Njakulwana nekyapa ky'omuwengola nze njakifuna aya kubanga ilengo iberu ilayo jomkene 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 amongst all my possessions I'll carry my guitar as the sun is going down. I'll sing your favorite song. We shall camp around the fire and go on. I will whisper sweet melodies to you every day. njakulwana nekyapa ky'omuwengula nze njakifuna nguteekeyo njakulwana nekyapa ky'omuwengula njakifuna kubanga iberu iloyo kyomkene kubanga iberu kubanga iberu iloyo kyomkene kubanga iberu iloyo kyomkene. Thank you very much. Nikutekerezaho buri zuba urugo nabandize kukureba nomanya ngo nyine mbiha konka ndokwata simu zanje nakuhente gaju ugikame buri zuba onyoye nenji hawe njo tari kwikiriza nenji hawe njo tari kwija kutazi kukunde kuchirenya na otanyanga niwe urazare abana banje nyowe niwe n'abana banje tuhinjo murutoje edeni embazezi tuteganisa tuzishukiju yakashenda nenji hawenjo tari kwikiriza nenji hawenjo tari kwija So this specific song is coming out on 1st June. Yeah, man. In the same month, 27th June, Kenneth Mugabe has a show at Ndere Culture Center. You're all welcome. Of course, there's an entrance fee. So, 27th June, Kenneth Mugabe has a show at Ndere Culture Center. Iriso kwaya mwenyambikiriso echitangara nchoyaka chintuno zango wetu tusisinkaneyo alikuluzi watesa twirabe mutuntu kuluzi tubeyo fembi ante wirabira kamamvuli nosagalo myuki goleti mosikimi mwa ichichikulopalopa njagala tubereyo fembi njagala tubereyo fembi owomukwano nambi kuluzi jenkusanga nambi tewerabera ngo mama wanga nambi woya kuluzi jenkusanga nambi tewerabera ngo mama wanga kusonse kam echirungi toina malo kukyalo nga bana abalala abagoleti abankulopalopa kati gwe soobasooba mpolampola obaleke mu lugambo yambala akatiiti kali bwekuba akabobo kaliye nakufunidde akalabo nambe osanyuke jangu n'akatamala ng'obuluno jakufanseko nambi ubaba kuluzinze kyenkozanga nawe nambi atewerabera ngomamanga mwana gwe nawe nambi mwana gwe nawe kuluzinje kusanga Mr. Kenya, come on. bonekane njuba yechirikita tenda byanaku ofumba miringo sabu mpaku sanza gavisa ulikera ebanguko watanda byanaku no sanyu sanyu kagala mpaku sanyu no sanyu sanyu kagala sanyu 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 kagala Wampamba, bebe yange yonna yajjula gwe. Enjala ne bw'ennuma lumonda mmala ekizibe kittama. Napondoka mu nnyingo zonna ne mu ndowooza. Engalamata bebi obudde pereketya. Nzikasika bebi omukka tekujja. Sisi tiramuza walagidde azingela labai togamba no keep it under wraps togamba no keep it under wraps togamba no keep it under wraps don't tell nobody don't tell nobody keep it under wraps togamba no keep it under wraps don't tell nobody keep it under wraps don't tell nobody don't tell Subiza you will pass by Chisumolo zonchi kwese wansi wadanga Kumemole agagero kanambi Unakamara yo kuvinyona nwango Kuiro jango magumunamo Mutaputuja Kalamata baby yode Perekecha Ziga ziga baby yamuka Tegucha Sisi tiramuza walagidde I sing a lullaby. No gamba no more, keep it under wraps. No gamba no more, keep it under wraps. No gamba no more, keep it under wraps. Don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody, keep it under wraps. No gamba no more, keep it under wraps. Don't tell nobody, keep it under wraps. Don't tell nobody, don't tell girl. When you know now, every day after work, we're gonna Evidence you know now I say oh I don't make a come when you know now every day after work when the was evidence you know now I say oh I don't make a dogamano yeah Togamano. Every day after work, quick windows every day, see no, I say, oh, I don't make a when you know now, every day after work, quick windows you can find Kenneth Mugabe music on Spotify on all digital streaming platforms. The name is Kenneth Mugabe. No, yeah. Nsaza kaviri nze n'ennyuma aze zitera kugolola ngoloddeko mpakinze n'emyola gya pen bambyolieko geregeze nazinabyeko leero ibijanjalo nkumanyo nabikyeko nakwesunga ddanga tukyali amapeera nenja maama kati nze gwetengegedde nafunye n'akakato naki Baby, be my lover. Please be my lover. Nasindiko mubaka nakuntwalako olw'ensonyi ennyingi nakuntwalako nasomba amapeera n'okuba mukama sijja kwerabira ebyaluli nakunyonyogera nanjegera bisigadde byalimu oluyi egolo ensambagere ne mamawo nakwezunga ddanga tukyali amapeera nenja mamawo kati nze gwetengegedde nafunye n'akakato Walaye be my love, Sete be my love, my love, now it be my love, my love, please be my love, my love, now it be my love. Nakwezunga ddanga tukyali amapeera nenja maama kati nze gwetengegedde nafunye n'akagato naki Thank you very much. Shout out to my mentor, Mr. Joseph Kahirima. I'm seated somewhere.
Yeah.
27th June, Kenneth Mugabe has a concert in Ndere Culture Center. Come one, come all.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Kenneth Mugabe. Singer, songwriter, what a man. And well done, well done. I hope you all are enjoying your dinner. And especially for the hosted buyers, I hope there is some fish on your plate. I really hope. And I also hope you've picked a bit of dessert. The Ugandan pineapple, as mentioned, the finest in the world. As we do that, we will quickly turn to the awards. One of the key highlights tonight, as an awards night, is we have 10 categories we will be recognizing. We will be recognizing 10 categories tonight in our industry. And shortly, I will be inviting our TENCO team to ensure that we have the right category for the very first award. So as we do that, I want to ensure that everyone at least has had dinner or something to eat. We still have more. My brother Tibarusia is doing a live piece on Poate 2026. This started on Thursday, and today will be the last evening, when later we'll bring it closer for all our bosses to sign, right? Okay, make sure it's closer before we close. All right. So Louis, do we start with the first category? All right.
All right, and thanks, Louis. So our jury, the panel that was tasked to evaluate all these categories, Anne Awori and the jury, can you stand? We want to recognize you. Anne Awori and the team did the job of evaluating our categories. So thank you so much. Those are the experts of the industry. Just a short while from now, Crane Performers will give us something. Just a short while from now. Just allow me invite, and Louis, the very first award will be presented by CBI, right? All right, so a representative of CBI, you'll come to the stage. Our very first category is the best booth stand and exhibitor at Powate 2026. The nominees are ladies and gentlemen, our nominees. Can we appreciate the three nominees? Karatunga, Le Petit Village Hotel, and Mucha Lodges. All right. Can we have the envelope so we can unveil who the winner in this category is? And as they do this, ladies and gentlemen, just before we announce the winner, I'll have this award and just say one or two things. P.S. I know you are. I just wanted to say this. I want to appreciate the ambassador because this is his design. This was his piece. Can we appreciate Jan Sadek? And the uniqueness about this is that it has the equator on it. And this was very important. So we want to thank you, Jan Sadek, for the outlook. I'll hold it for you as you unveil the winner.
It was a very difficult decision, but for outstanding stand design with sustainable material, recycling, giveaways in the form of tree seedlings, and bringing in women from the community to demonstrate weaving, the winner is African Runners Company.
Louis, you have to look at this properly. All right. So there you go. Where are they? Where are our winners? Do I take it myself? Where are the winners? Ladies and gentlemen, big hand of applause for African Runners Company. Yeah, we need this. And look what it was at the back. This was quite something. I now understand why everyone was willing to take pictures in your stand. All right. Thank you so much, CBI. Thank you. And you have a small hamper from Movit. Thank you, Movit. All right. Louis, are we ready for the next category? I'll invite UNESCO. UNESCO will be awarding the second category. I'll just ensure the back you have the same category. Best Community Tourism Program. Best Community Tourism Program. The nominees are there you go. Chibale Association for Rural and Environment Development and Change a Life Bwindi. and Ruboni Community Camp. All right? And the winner is...
The winner is Rubuni Community Camp. Congratulations to you.
Yes, a picture. Ladies and gentlemen, big congratulations to our best tourism community program, Ruboni Community Camp. Our next category, and this is really heavily competed for, Best Eco Lodge at Powate 2026. I'll invite UNCDF, a representative from UNCDF to come and award this category, Best Eco Lodge. The nominees are I don't see you guys clapping. Can we appreciate the nominees, really? Karatunga, Nile Safari Lodge, and the Uganda Jungle Lodges. Do we have the right envelope, sir?
And the winner is Nile Safari Lodge.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Nile Safari Lodge. A big congratulations to Nile Safari Lodge, Best Eco Lodge. All right. Congratulations. Our next category, Best Eco Tour Operator. Nicholas, please come from Enable. Enable will award our Best Eco Tour Operator. Ladies and gentlemen, the nominees are Destination Jungle, Travel Tours Uganda, and Great Lakes Safaris. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate the nominees.
So it's my pleasure to announce the Best Eco Tour Operator 2026, because it reminds us that tourism is not only about attracting new visitors, but it's also about protecting the nature and supporting the community. So the winner is Destination Jungle Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Destination Jungle. Where are the jungle people? It's coming. Congratulations. I know you're still enjoying your dinner, but this is more important. Congratulations. Destination Jungle Limited, Best Eco Tour Operator 2026. Thank you so much. Thank you, Enable. All right. Now, I'll invite Ua. Dorcas, is it you or the boss is here? I was wondering where the boss was. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Executive Director, Uganda Wildlife Authority. He will be awarding, and this is one of my favorites, Tourism Photography Professional. The nominees are there you go, Ouma Jr. and Sebuma Ivan. Can we appreciate them and all the photographers who do a fantastic job profiling this beautiful country? And the winner?
The winner is Sebuma Ivan. Sebuma Ivan. Congratulations.
Is Sebuma here, or I take, because this one is big, it comes even with a cash prize. This one, yeah, this one is big. I see my Japanese friends, the photographers, want to see who is this photographer. We need to, now you lose out on the business. So Louis, how do we do this? Well, someone must receive it on his behalf, and Louis will receive on his behalf. Yeah, Louis, come, you receive on your behalf. Can we appreciate Louis? Someone tells Sebuma, I need commission on the 3 million Uganda shillings. He receives a cash prize of 3 million Uganda shillings. Another investment into photography. So please send Sebuma this beautiful photo and let him know that he is the winner in our best tourism photography category. He could be in one of the packs, Louis. Yeah, photograph, Louis. Yeah.
If his colleagues are somewhere here, tell Ivan that he can collect the accolade and the prize at the EU delegation in Nakasero.
Congratulations to Ivan. All right, we'll take a photo as evidence. He's in the background. It's possible he could be in one of the parks. Anyway, still taking more beautiful pictures. Our next category, please note that these categories will now come with a bit of cash for you. We now move to Best Tourism Photography Amateur. Ivan was professional. This is amateur. Anybody can fall here. The nominees are
in the category of Best Tourism Photographer Amateur. The nominees are...
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Businje and Opio Peter. I'll invite from the UNDP, our resident rep, please come. She will be awarding the Tourism Photographer Amateur. This particular category is literally full of so many young talents in photography, and they could learn one or two things from the ones who've been nominated here today. So big congratulations to all of you in the photography space who do a fantastic job. So we want to thank you all for profiling this beautiful country as our Nwane comes, yes. And she must come with her own photographer, as one of... Nwane, I was going to help. Yes, there you go.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you. So often they call us, RR, head of this, head of that. But I do have my comms people who do all the work. And today, I also was looking for my program people who do all this fantastic work. So I'm here with one of my comms colleagues, and his name is Joel. And he does a fantastic work with other colleagues of doing our comms work. So I want to give him the honor to present it.
And the winner is Alex Businje.
Thank you, Joel. Joel does a fantastic job. I agree, RR, at the UNDP in the comms department. So Alex will also receive a cash prize of 3 million Uganda shillings. Big congratulations to you. Well deserved, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him some love, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, and a big congratulations to you, Alex Businje. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next category, I'll invite the UTA president. The UTA president, please come, Ms. Yogi Birigwa, to award the category for Best Tourism Storyteller. Best Tourism Storyteller. The nominees are:
in the category of the Best Tourism Storyteller, the nominees are...
So ladies and gentlemen, I thought you'd really give them a big round of applause. They do a fantastic job. Charlotte, Edgar, Lauren, and Joshua. And the winner is...
The winner is Edgar Bati.
A big congratulations to Edgar. Is Edgar here? We need to show him some love. Can you give him a warm hand clap, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, Edgar is here. Edgar, take all the time. Crane performers, you know, show him some love, Crane performers, as he comes on stage. Yes, yes. Congratulations, Edgar, and you have a cash prize of 3 million Uganda shillings. Best Tourism Storyteller, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to you, Edgar. Edgar is also a photographer, so he knows how to pose for the photographs. So ensure that, Edgar, I hope this goes to the front page of the Daily Monitor. We want to see it there. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Edgar. Let's warmly receive our Best Tourism Storyteller. I'll now invite the Uganda Tourism Board CEO for this particular category. Juliana will award the Best Tourism Influencer. This is exciting. Best Tourism Influencer. The nominees are...
In the category of the Best Tourism Influencer, the nominees are...
Ladies and gentlemen, I thought you'd show the ladies some love. Alani Biamukama, Simple Gladys, and Queen Tracy. All right? So, Juliana, I don't want to put you on the spot who your favorite is, but you'll let us know who is our best influencer, tourism influencer 2026.
Thank you, Maurice. Please, if you'll allow me, I was sitting next to one of our biggest supporters in tourism, who promotes our information, puts out a lot of positive narrative, and I don't see them on this list, so you'll just allow me to invite Madam Sarah Kajingo to present this for us. Soft Power is an influencer in their own right. Self-appointed tourism ambassadors. Thank you very much, Madam Sarah. So she'll present this on our behalf, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Juliana. Good evening, everyone. And the winner of the Best Tourism Influencer 2026 is Nakabugo Queen Tracy.
Thank you very much, Sarah, from the Private Sector Foundation, our Vice Chair, the Private Sector Foundation. Queen Tracy, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. And Queen Tracy takes home another 3 million Uganda shillings for her job. Well done as Best Tourism Influencer, Powate 2026. A big congratulations to you. And we want to thank Sarah Kajingo, our Vice Chair at PSFU, for awarding this category. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to the final two. The nominees for Best Tourism Documentary 2026.
In the category of the Best Tourism Documentary, the nominees are...
Ladies and gentlemen, our nominees, back to the source. All right, so we'll invite the Ambassador Jan Sadek. This is one of those exciting, Back to the Source of the Nile by Derek Senyonyi, and Welcome to the Pearl of Africa by Sosi. Your Excellency, you have the honors.
Thank you. And the winner of the Best Tourism Documentary 2026 is Welcome to the Pearl of Africa by Sosi.
Well, to answer you, Jenny, my name is Sos Gala, born and bred here in Uganda. Even in the full clutch of circumstance, like the wise man said, I would still advise you to take a chance and
Big congratulations to Sosi.
the Pearl of Africa.
Sosi is extremely excited.
Back to your question, Jenny.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a big round of applause. Best Tourism Documentary 2026.
Oh, you carry your trade in the downtown parts of the various cities in the country and beyond. Whether you
And he has another
Friday, Saturday,
3
or
million
we all
Uganda
agree as
shillings.
Ugandans that we are.
Congratulations, Sosi.
Lovely. Fun.
Hardworking.
Hospitable.
This was probably the most competitive one.
Wait. You asked
Thank you
about
so much.
food.
This was very competitive. Congratulations. No. I like that you came in your Arsenal jacket.
Let's start from the beginning.
Abamanyute Muteka. Msaja wa Arsenal. All right. So now to the final one. May I invite the PS Tourism to come and award the Best Tourism Product 2026. The nominees are...
In the category of the Best New Tourism Product, the nominees are...
Ankole Cattle Experience by Destination, Destination Jungle Limited, and Red Dot Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, can we appreciate the three nominees?
And the winner of the Best New Tourism Product 2026 is Ankole Cattle Experience Destination.
big congratulations to Ankole Kato. Best new tourism product, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give them a big hand clap, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations and well done. Okay, you can go and take more. PS, please stay. So the PS is here to only do one thing, which is now to close Powate 2026. So PS, you can now disperse us, and then we will invite crane performers to entertain us as we leave.
I feel like it's not yet time to go home. Allow me to invite the team that made this possible, and that is the National Organizing Committee for Powate 2026. National Organizing Committee, please come forward so that we can appreciate you. Juliana, the team. Knock. Where are these gentlemen? They're still coming. Please come forward.
Madam PS, I think allow me to just now name them. Baliwa? No. Okay, where is Mr. Lule? People, don't make us beg you to come up here for a picture. Where are they? Where's Francis? Dorcas? Melon? Members, please, we don't have this kind of time. Anne. Also, you wanted to be named? Can't believe this. If I can see you now. Is Gesa here? No? Okay. Private sector, Mowedeo. This is the award-winning picture. This is the picture of people that serve kings. No? Going once, going twice. Okay. Madam PS, over to you.
Okay. I'm just going to request the audience to join me. Give these people a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you very much. Members of NOC 2026, you did it. I don't think we have to say much more than we have said. This has been spectacular. And 2027, we are waiting that you'll do bigger and better. So I am told for 2027, Powate will start on 20th of May, not 21st. So it's 20th to 22nd. So you are welcome to Powate 2027, 20th May 2027. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we appreciate the National Organizing Committee? One big round of applause as they take a picture. NOC members, no, we are taking a picture now.
Let's show them some love for a job well done. Over 1,500 subscribers. We had to shut the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, we had over 350 exhibitors, and we want to appreciate all of you for being part of this Poate 2026 in a very special way as we announce Poate 2027, as the PS has done. Appreciate our sponsors, the European Union, Enable, Uganda Civil Aviation Authority, Movit, UEGCL, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Sheraton, Speak Resort, Wild Places, the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Uganda Airlines, Turkish Airlines, Britam Insurance, MTN, Nile Breweries, HAL. Those are the guys of the Land Cruisers, the cars. We want to appreciate you, HAL, SN Brussels, the CBI, Uganda Wildlife Authority, and Uganda Breweries. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate the sponsors. Big round of applause. So as I invite Crane Performers to wrap this up, there will be only one more request to the PS and the ambassador. You will sign our live art with Juliana and all the stakeholders, including, of course, the UNDP, UNESCO, UNCDF, of course, our resident coordinator of the UN, Ambassador Lulu, and, of course, Private Sector Foundation and all the key stakeholders who are here. Nicholas Enebo, you'll do the same. Nicholas, somebody needs to tap him, all right? So, Juliana, please ensure all the key stakeholders are here, and they will append their signature. Tibarusia has done a fantastic job capturing the conversations and what this represents for Poate 2026. So we will request that all the stakeholders append their signature to the live art that has been put together over the last 3 days. So ladies and gentlemen, see you at Poate 2027 on 20th of May 2027, the year of the Africa Cup of Nations in East Africa. Pamoja. See you, Poate 2027. Crane Performers. The award winners, you'll come for a photo here together, a group photo for the award winners. Simbo. Tusansopala babasebo ne banyabo. Tubaniriza mu Buganda. Mujje mulambule Kasubito. Ennyanja ya Kabaka gyeri. Tubaniriza mwenna mujje mu Buganda. Bingi ebirimu ebisanyusa. Emmere ya Buganda ennungi yonna mweri. Ssaabasajja Kabaka awangaale. Tweyanza abakulu tweyanze. Tweyanza abakulu tweyanze.
abazinga bwa Busoga. Busoga tulina ebyobulambuzi bingi nno era nga mu ebyo ebintu byalina okulambula Busoga tulina mu source of the Nile River, twabaamu ne Itanda Falls, twabaamu ne Kabulu Roko, twabaamu n'emmere bibala bintu bingi nno omuntu byasaina okulambula mu Busoga. N'olwekyo bw'oba otuuse mu Uganda tukisaine kufuluma mu Uganda nga totuuse ku Busoga, kubanga enina ya Uganda eri Busoga. Kyabazinga akonvuge. Kutwana waktu kumalame Uganda watiki kanena duwata watiki Kidepo watiki Karuma Owen Falls watiki Chawatero Lum kutwana wakai pinu tumalame Uganda wipo will menenu jeme malena duwata apoyo matego bambe ugo.
Abantu mwena twabakira mu Western Uganda. Mu Western Uganda ni muhoro kushanga Rekumburo, ni muhoro kushanga Inshozi, Kabare, abenshi ntibamenya Kasuki zirandi ya Uganda. Ni muhoro kushanga Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, yejwiremu engake. Nitubakira mu Uganda, nitubakira mu Western Uganda. Ese yamateno bwoki webare Mbanya Uganda tushemeri bamatanye bana bamawe Mbanya Uganda tushemeri bamatanye bana bamawe Mbanya Uganda tushemeri bamatanye
masingere sinyamosi ababiri hika hano jenga rukwabitro kwerenzoru kweyo twamasemerera kusibu eribya hibanenyu tuwite Queen Elizabeth National Park ikalwa omabakonzo abanze leshalebya yumasenyobosi leshatulebya twamasanga sangeribya himanenyu muri ashambobo imwabya ebisoro binene eshangire nesha ebyosi ebyo munzire rangira kubirya